So I created this face chart years ago based on a Mac one, and for this tutorial I drew inspiration from that face chart and another zebra look that I created in the past. To start out, I'm taking a pencil, anyone will do. I'm using this to map out the initial shape that I want. I find drawing dots and then joining them together helps me to create the shape that I want quite easily. Firstly, I've drawn a straight line just from below the centre of my forehead, down my nose and just stopping above the cupid's bow. Then I'm going to place down 3 dots and join them together to make an upside down triangle. Once I have drawn the triangular shape, I can map out where I want my stripes to go. I'm making a few dots along the sides of the triangle to make sure I've even spacing between the stripes to some extent. Moving back to that first line we drew, I'm going to add to that now by thickening the top. You want to draw a similar shape to a spoon, so it'll be wider at the top and then slimmer as you get to the bottom. I mapped out one side off camera so I could quickly mimic the other side of my face. I'm just drawing some wavy stripe shapes on my forehead, and don't fret if both sides of your design don't match up. This isn't an accurate representation of a zebra, it's more of a fun theatrical look, and no two zebras look exactly the same anyway, so just have some fun with it. You may also be wondering why I started out by sketching the design opposed to painting my face white. I did this because we are working with black and white face paints. If I painted my face white and made a mistake drawing out the black designs, it's very hard then to remove. The black turns the white a shade of grey, and if you've already set the white face paint, it'll leave the skin patchy once you reapply on top. So this way is slightly more time consuming, but overall I find it's more beneficial. Once I'm satisfied with the outline, I'm going to take some black face paint and begin filling in those empty spaces. With water-based face paints like the Snazaroo one I'm using, the more water you use, the less opaque the paint will appear. At this point, I'm not too concerned with pigmentation and coverage. I'll be using other products to intensify that black later on. For around the eye area, I prefer to use an eyeliner opposed to face paint, so I'm taking a felt tip liner pen and I'm just outlining that area. Because this pen is a very fine point, it allows you to get that nice defined finish to your design. If the felt tip liner pen alone doesn't work for you, you can go in with some pointed cotton buds and a little bit of makeup remover and just clean up around the edges to give you that sharp, precise look. The next thing then I'm going to do is take a black eyeshadow on an angled brush and start to lightly fill in my brows. I'm using short feathered strokes to apply the shadow. Now here unfortunately is where the quality goes a little funny. I try to resolve the problem to the best of my ability, so I hope it looks okay. I'm now setting the face paint with a black eyeshadow to ensure that it doesn't smudge or crease. Because my camera was on a strange setting, the stripes look kind of shiny, but the black eyeshadow does mattify those areas. Moving on to the white face paint next. To save time, I'm using a foundation brush with some of the paint and applying it to the centre of my face. When it comes to getting around the stripes, that brush is too big, so I'm switching to a slightly smaller brush. And then for precision work, I'm going to use a very fine face painting brush. Again, once you've finished with the face paint, you'll need to set it in place. So I'm just using a white eyeshadow and I'm applying it to all the areas that I applied the face paint. If you are wearing this look out for Halloween, be sure to bring the paint down your neck as well, and also don't forget your ears. You want to paint any exposed skin. For the final steps of this look, I'm just using a black eyeliner on my waterline to ensure that we've no fleshy tones peeking through. Once I've that applied, I'm going to take a black lipstick to top off this look. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial and found it helpful. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.